Oh.
Now let us meet a member of the New York Flying Disc Institute.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Peter Rice Blurm.
Number two.
My name is Peter Rice Blurm.
Number three.
My name is Peter Rice Blurm.
And pay attention, panel, as to while I tell you why Peter Rice Blurm is so special. I, Peter Rice Blurm, am the 1976 men's overall world's Frisbee champion. The International Frisbee Association began in 1968, and now over 1.5 million people compete annually at local and regional levels. This year's World Championships were held in the Rose Bowl. Here you see an event called Guts. The Frisbee must be caught in one hand and is capable of speeds up to 100 miles per hour. This is a classic example of the distance event. The record distance is 412 feet. The accuracy event requires the Frisbee to be thrown through a hoop 5.5 feet in diameter, and by the way, I won this event. Now here's a perfect example of down-the-field passing in Ultimate Frisbee. I was a member of this year's all-star team, which won the Ultimate Frisbee game. Sort of a combination of soccer, football, and basketball.
It's terrific. Oh, what a catch.
And here is one of the most popular events at a Frisbee meet, the canine division. All right. David continues to say, those Frisbee exhibitions were on film. But when my true identity is revealed, I'd like to show you some of my Frisbee flings right here in the confines of Tiny Studio 6A. I'm proud to say that I am the youngest person ever to win the men's Frisbee all-around world title. Signed, Peter Rice Blurm. And start the questioning with Kitty Carlisle.
Oh, gosh, that was wonderful. Mr. Blurm, number one, do you live in California? Is that where you learned to do this?
No, I live in New York City.
And you learned how to do that in New York?
Central Park.
No.
Yes.
Hey, number two, when you do team sport like that, what is the object of the game? Where do you have to put the Frisbee, or is that not the way it works?
It depends on which team sport you're speaking about.
I mean, what we saw in the Rose Bowl.
There's Guts and there's Ultimate Frisbee. There are two team games. I don't know which one you saw.
I mean, didn't you watch it too, just now? Oh.
I think she's talking about the ultimate.
The Ultimate.
Well, number three, do you have to put the Frisbee... By the way, why is a Frisbee called a Frisbee?
It got its name from a company in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where kids used to throw... It was a pie company. Kids used to throw pies around the place.
Oh, the pie plates.
Right, pie plates, and someone caught on.
How about that? All right, let's go down to Gene Ray.
Yes. Number two, how high did that dog leap? You didn't see the film. Have you never seen it?
I remembered it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, approximately, I think about 10 feet.
Was it a mutt number two, or was it a...
Oh, yeah.
It was. And number one, when a few people get together, there were many people playing on the team that we saw in the film there, but there is a more basic game, isn't it, that just a few people can play?
Throw and catch?
Well, no, but there's a...
You would have answered that.
Thanks a lot, number one. I ain't voting for you. I don't care if you are the real one.
He threw and you caught. Let's go on to Peggy.
Number three, are you from California?
No, I'm from New York State, upstate.
And number two, are you from California?
No, I'm from Trumbull, Connecticut.
Well, number one, you paid all that money to go to Los Angeles to throw a pie plate around?
You win your trip out there. You don't have to pay.
Oh, how did you win the trip?
By competition before the Rose Bowl.
Oh, now number three, they're more well-designed than just your ordinary day-to-day pie plate now, aren't they? The Frisbees, I mean, they look pretty kind of scientific looking.
Well, they're competition models, they're special models.
How much is a hot shot Frisbee?
Oh, I'd say about $5.
Oh, well, then it's not an expensive sport. I might take it up.
And we're going on to Bill Cullen.
Number two, are some Frisbees, talking about just the little instrument itself, are some better than others for throwing?
It depends on which company they come from.
In other words, there are more than one company
Yes.
making Frisbees.
Yes.
Now, if you want to throw a Frisbee a great distance, if you're in the distance event, are all the weights in that competition identical, or do the weights vary of the Frisbees thrown?
They do vary. It depends on what you prefer. A heavier weight is better.
Number one, how important is the airfoil?
I don't know. I just throw a Frisbee.
Never threw an airfoil, number one? I'm not voting for him either, Gene. I'll tell you.
Well, you're going to have to vote for somebody because the little bell just went off, friends. And all you have to do is just follow the camera's eye. Take another look. Is it number one, or is it number two, or is it number three? He's over there somewhere, and Kitty gets to go first.
Oh, all right. I voted for number 3, who knew exactly where the name came from, and I thought that was a very good answer.
All right, so we have a 3, and Gene Rayburn.
I voted for number 3 because I don't want to vote for number 1. That's why.
You're number one.
And we have a pair of 3s, and here comes Peg.
But number one is nice. What's the matter with you? You pick on somebody your own age.
Okay.
That's pretty good. You got it.
That was-
Kitty's not in the sandbox.
That was good, but inaccurate. I voted for 3.
And so we have 3 3s, and here comes Bill Cullen.
Well, now, I don't know. I like number 2's answer. Number 1 lost me about the airfoil bit. If it's number 1, Gene will kill himself. I promise.
All right, friends. This is the way it goes. The votes are all in. Some of it got in the first spot. Everybody got the right guy. Will the real Peter Rice Blurm please stand up? Hello, Peter Rice Blurm. Hey! Huzzah! $500 you won, gentlemen. Peter, why don't you go off stage and get your equipment? We'll go down the line to save a little time here. Number 2, what is your real name? What do you do?
My real name is Mark Gurman. I live in Fairfield, Connecticut, and I am presently a senior at Trumbull High School in Trumbull, Connecticut.
Good to have you here. Number 3, tell me about you, please.
My name is Billy Carlson, and I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I go to Staten Island College. I'm a freshman.
Atta boy. Well, now, Peter Blurm, the stage is yours, or the whole studio if you don't want to use it.
Okay, I'd like to show you a trick that anybody could do with a little practice. It's just picking the Frisbee off the floor. Like that.
Huh?
Would you like to try it?
What?
It's easy enough.
Picking it off the floor?
Go ahead.
It's an easy
What, just pick it up?
Yeah, just like that. No, like that.
Oh, just like that. Like that?
Yeah.
Well, it looks simple.
start spinning.
Just start spinning, and then I lift it, right?
Right.
Very good, Gary.
Very good, Gary.
You did it again.
I know how to do it, but I didn't want to show off.
Other tricks you can do with the Frisbee. Delay. This is called a delay. To tap into a trick catch.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, look at that. Look. And that's... Well, one more try. One more.